Friends, welcome to our homestead. Today we are going to do a one-year review on our Eg4 Flexboss 21. We're going to talk about its performance, and then we are also going to do a big load test for it today to see if we can overload this thing. Even though this is a hybrid inverter, we do run it off-grid and we do not have grid power into this. So we're going to see how it performs with just our battery banks and our solar panels. And today it's rainy and cloudy, so it's going to almost all be coming from our batteries. Let's get it done. So first I want to talk about what we have connected to our Flexboss. We have the Big Battery Ethos battery bank over here. We've got the Pites Box battery bank over here. We also have two Eg4 280 amp hour indoor batteries and one of the Eg4 314 amp hour wall mount indoor batteries. And then we have this 13 kilowatt array behind us. Okay, now let's talk about a few of the specs for this Eg4 Flexboss 21 before I do that load test. This accepts 21 kilowatts of PV input at 600 volts DC. To my knowledge, that is still the largest on the market. If we are running on battery only and solar, so say off-grid mode, this should be able to output 12 kilowatts. Then surge up to 13.2 kilowatts for 12 entire minutes, 15 kilowatts for 6 minutes, 18 kilowatts for a second, and 24 kilowatts for a half second. That should handle any big startup loads like a well pump, or multiple well pumps for that matter. As I mentioned before, this is a hybrid. So if you choose, you can sell back to the grid with this unit. And this is a split phase inverter which does 120 or 240 volts. And as you can see, we are outside right now. This is NEMA 4X rated, which is rated for the outdoors. And that keeps all the sound and everything out here. But as I watched the other day on a video short from somebody, this only puts out about 45 decibels in just normal operation mode. Right now it's 0 decibels, even though it's running the house. But there's not a lot of sun on the panels right now, and we are pulling only about 1,373 watts. Let's get inside, and I'm going to turn absolutely everything on that I can possibly turn on in this entire house, which is about 1,800 square feet. If you are interested in any one of these products, we do have links for all of them in the description below the video. And if you use our links, you do get a $50 off coupon that's applied at checkout. So that's always helpful. Okay, to get this test kicked off, we are going to run the big two in our house, which is the electric dryer and the water heater. And that water heater will come on when I do a load of laundry. The washer itself really doesn't draw that much power at all. But it's a high load draw, of course, when it pulls in the hot water from the water heater. So combined between the washer, dryer, and water heater, we should reach about 10 kW. Now I also have all of our air conditioners on in the house. They are all mini splits, and I have 4 heads. Each one of them can pull between 700 watts and 1,000 watts. So that should start to push this up pretty quick. I'll also turn on all the lights in the house. And of course, we've got all the phantom loads in the house, which include all the computers plugged in, all the TVs, and everything like that. And I'm going to crank these down to a low temperature so that the compressors do kick on. I'm going to kick on the microwave at 1,800 watts, this Instapot at 1,200 watts, our toaster oven at 1,500 watts, this water kettle at 1,100 watts, and I brought that here into the bathroom so that I can balance out leg 1 and leg 2 in our house. And to further balance out the legs in the house, I brought my heat gun here into my daughter's room. And if we need it, we'll kick this one on. And then I'm out here on my deck, and I have a large barrel fan here going for the dogs. Keep them a little bit cooler in the summertime. So that's a good constant inductive load on the system. Then I also brought out my shop vac, which is an 8.2 amp vac. And if needed, we'll kick this on as well. I will monitor everything on the app on my phone and also on the app on my computer and do a screen record on that one. Let's look at our baseline and then start turning things on. So you can see our baseline. We've got about 1,300 watts coming in, and we are using just below 1,300 watts. The only things that are on right now are the air conditioning and all the lights and phantom loads. Let's start with those big loads in the laundry room. Okay, we're gonna do a little over a large load. I'm gonna kick things off here. Now we've got something in our dryer, and we're gonna turn it on high temperature. Okay, you can see it. The house is using about 11,000 watts right now, and these are all things that I would be doing on a regular basis at home. So this is a real world load test of things that I would normally be doing in the house. The only thing that isn't is probably the heat gun. So we could be cooking lunch and doing laundry at the same time, and I could be outside with the shop vac or something like that. Now let's simulate us making something to eat in the kitchen and turning on some appliances in there. Let's kick on the microwave, and the toaster oven, and the Instapot. Okay, you can see we've got about 14 kilowatts running through the house right now. Let's see if we can kick that up to the 15 kilowatt and see how long we can go. So we're gonna start heating our water in the bathroom. Okay, you can see we are over 15,000 watts. Let's see how long we can hold this for. It's currently 12:52, and we've actually been over 15,000 watts for about a minute. But it's actually very difficult to keep everything at that high of a level because things cycle on and off like the heating element in the dryer. We're gonna try to maintain this for as long as I can. I'm gonna have my daughter go in her room and turn on the heat gun right now. Just turn this on and hold it at the ceiling. You can turn it on high if you want. Oh, there we go. Okay, well there you go. We were up over 15 kilowatts in that test. The thing that sent it over the edge was that heat gun that I had my daughter turn on. I didn't let that test at 15 kW go for very long. I wanted to see if I could trip it. But everything was running perfectly at 15. So you want to know how I like this Flexboss? Well, I absolutely love it. It has performed flawlessly over the past year. I haven't done any firmware updates, nothing to it. It just sits out here and works and works and works. And it's my rule of thumb, if something's working, do not touch it. So I will not be doing any firmware updates to this, even if they offer some new feature that's cool. Again, if you are interested in one of these, I have the link in the description below the video, along with all the batteries and panels that we use. And additionally, I have that coupon code down there for you as well for $50 off if you use our link. If you have any questions for me, please leave them for me in the comment section below. Now go check out this video right here, which is the first video in the series on how to install this system. Have a beautiful, blessed day. See you next time. Bye.